Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Policeman whose child died in locked vehicle charged with manslaughter. The St. Elizabeth cop whose 18-month-old daughter died after being locked in his car has been charged with manslaughter. Detective Sergeant Sheldon Dobson was offered bail in the sum of $750,000 when he appeared in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court in Santa Cruz on Monday morning after being charged for the January 17 incident where he left his daughter inside his car while at work in Black River. Dobson is assigned to the Black River Police Station. The child's mother is a sergeant of police in the same St. Elizabeth Division. Leah Dobson died 2 days later after being forgotten in the back of her father's car for several hours. The policeman is to return to court in Balaclava on October 25th. He is being represented by attorney at law Thomas Levine. St. Thomas man in custody following stabbing death of 22-year-old brother. A man is in police custody after his 22-year-old brother was fatally stabbed in a family feud in Dalry St. Thomas on Sunday. Dead is Kevin Dixon, a resident of Duckinsfield in the parish. It is reported that about 12:30 p.m. on Sunday, Dixon left his home to journey to Dalry following information he received of a dispute involving his relatives. On arrival, Dixon intervened, but another dispute allegedly developed between him and his brother. A fight later ensued between the two, during which a knife was used to stab Dixon, who collapsed. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Dixon's brother subsequently turned himself over to the St. Thomas police and was detained. Investigations are ongoing. MAJ sounds alarm on monkeypox. The Medical Association of Jamaica, MAJ, has expressed concern that monkeypox could lead to a high mortality rate among children in Jamaica. This concern comes amid reports of a second locally transmitted case of monkeypox and the fourth infection from the viral virus. According to President of the Medical Association of Jamaica, Dr. Brian James, monkeypox would cause complications for pregnant women who contract the disease. He told reporters that there is evidence that pregnant women can transmit the disease to their babies. The Nurses Association of Jamaica, NAJ, is also expressing concern about the monkeypox in Jamaica and calling for greater public awareness about the viral disease. NAJ President Patsy Edwards Henry contends that public education will help to prevent a spike in cases and deaths linked to monkeypox. She told reporters that the healthcare system would be further burdened if there is a spike in cases and hospitalizations related to monkeypox and COVID-19. She wants members of the public to take personal responsibility seriously. Education Minister Favour Williams has also announced that her ministry will be in dialogue with the Ministry of Health to determine whether special provisions should be implemented in response to monkeypox ahead of the new school year. She said her ministry would await directive from the Health Ministry on any necessary precaution. Opposition leader reiterates commitment to working with government on addressing crime, but claims government is not playing its part. Opposition leader Mark Golding says the People's National Party is committed to working with the government to achieve consensus on addressing crime. However, the government is not playing its part. Last week, Prime Minister Andrew Holness said there is a need for political consensus to address the violence plaguing society. He acknowledged that the government and opposition have not reached what he called genuine consensus on how to tackle crime. Speaking at the St. Andrew East Central Divisional Conference held on Sunday, August 14, Mr. Golding said the opposition is willing to work with the government on the issue, but has been calling for collaboration to no avail.
We have been calling for the resumption of Vale Royal talks so we can discuss these issues in depth, off the air, without the pressures of the media and politics coming into the discussion, and try and solve, or at least find a pathway forward that we can both sides agree on for the best future of our country. We had one such meeting in February. No date was set for the resumption of another one, and we've heard nothing since. CMAC, the Crime Monitoring and Oversight Committee, was established mainly under the leadership of Dr. Peter Phillips and Fitz Jackson as our spokesman, pushing for consensus around crime, along with civil society, people like Howard Mitchell and others, signed on to a program of work, legislative deliverables and other institutional reforms. That is where we should be seeing consensus, but the government representative on CMAC hasn't been attending the meetings for months and months and months. So how can you say you want consensus when the very institutional arrangements that have been set up to achieve consensus are being ignored? Not by us, but by the government itself. Mouth make for talk, and it's easy to say things that sound nice, but you have to walk the walk as well. And we are ready to walk that walk because we have no fear of consensus. We have no fear of working across the aisle to build a better Jamaica. So we are fully on board with the idea of constructive engagement and consensus. But what we will not do is we will not violate the constitution of our country and take away the rights of our citizens, which are hard fought for and which are protections from tyranny and abuse and things which we know are possible if we do not maintain the rule of law in this country.
Major traffic changes on Walton Park Road. Several traffic changes have been implemented for Walton Park Road in St. Andrew to facilitate National Water Commission NWC pipeline replacement works. In a press release issued by the NWC on Monday, the agency said to improve water supply along the network, it is necessary to implement traffic changes to facilitate the safe and efficient completion of the project, which includes the replacement of aged and undersized pipelines on Walton Park Road. The NWC said the current condition of the infrastructure has negatively affected water supply in several communities, Walton Park Road, Whitfield Town, and all areas between Berwick Road and Spanish Town Road, Pineland, and sections of Maxfield Avenue. Starting today, the changes will be in effect for 46 weeks, or as follows. There will be only one-way traffic for Spanish Town Road intersection on Walton Park Road. People leaving Hagley Park Road will now need to use alternative routes, which can be seen via 3 miles, then onto Spanish Town Road to access Walton Park Road. Motorists may access all roads leading off Walton Park Road while traveling north along the one-way or via Maxfield Avenue. Motorists entering Walton Park Road via Maxfield Avenue will be prompted to turn right only. The motorists entering from the Pineland areas will be prompted to turn left or go directly across. Appropriate traffic signs shall be placed along the thoroughfare and critical intersection advising road users of the adjusted traffic outline. Following the NWC said in Section A of the project, Hagley Park Road to Spanish Town Road via Walton Park Road, there are 2 wide lanes, one northbound and one southbound, which are not about to be separated by a median. The carriageway will be converted to a one-way northbound from Spanish Town Road to Hagley Park Road. The NWC has asked for the patience and understanding of the motoring public who use the area while the works are ongoing. Although the problem of finding affordable housing has been with us for the past 50 years, Jamaicans can see that in the past 6 years, we have been taking decisive action to address it, stated Prime Minister Andrew Holness.
When people are complaining about the housing situation and the articles and editorials are being written about it, nothing is said that since 2016, this government has more than tripled the number of housing solutions brought to the market through the NHT, the HAJ, and other efforts that we are making. Nothing is said of that. Now, if you think it's just a middle-class problem, meaning a problem of persons who are earning middle income, are educated and have access to resources but simply can't get a house, if you were to look at it from a working class perspective, meaning people who are earning a lower level of income or the lowest income earners who are not formally employed, and you hear their frustration as to, what are the options for them to get a house. The only option for them oftentimes is to go and see a piece of land and go and squat on it. And I'm using the colloquial term squat, to illegally and irregularly settle land, because that's the only way they're going to get housing. So I'm saying this to just share with the nation that the government understands these dynamics and is very sympathetic. But it is not just for the government to be sympathetic and empathetic. Government has to do something about it. Right? That's why you elect the government to treat with these, significant challenges and problems. And by the way, this is not just a problem that has emerged last year or the year before. Sometimes the attention that is given to it in the press would suggest that this is just a recent problem. This is a problem that has been with us at least for the last 50 years. And when the problem is being defined in the public domain there's very little attention paid to the efforts that are being made. When people are complaining about the housing situation and the articles and editorials are being written about it, nothing is said that since 2016, this government has more than tripled the number of housing solutions brought to the market through the NHT, the HAJ, and other efforts that we are making. Nothing is said of that. What is focused on is just purely the lack of housing solutions, which is why the government went about in a deliberate way to say that we are going to build 70,000 new housing solutions.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification